said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted in the first drive in for the pick. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start they had in mind today.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Got his man on the outside. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. Davis will throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Ohio State.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to convert on fourth down.
Ready! Let's go, let's go!
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, the ground game. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That's reeled in. It's King. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that's a great job working through his progression. The first guy he wanted to throw to wasn't open. He was able to kind of get through it. And lo and behold, there's a guy wide open. Nobody near him. It's a big play for the offense.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll leave it with him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fires to the big fella. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the run.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Winston. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, and throwing that strike.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Foster. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on! Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put in play from the 27, first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back right in behind them and pick up the first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Davis looking to pass. With the catch, it's Harris. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. He fires one deep down the right side. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Davis will throw. Here comes the heat. He got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the basket.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. This guy can throw it. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Skips away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication. And it can really rattle an offense.
The horseshoe is rocking. Wants to pass. They're working that left side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
At first half, being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Davis looking to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone, if they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. The quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. And to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide.
There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly and they forced the issue. They stayed patient, they stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Davis will throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He's going to fire deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Moffitt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there, almost had it in his grasp. On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Davis looking to pass. That's caught. It's Byrne. Breaks the tackle. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He's going to take off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Handoff to the lone back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might already knock them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
22 more.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for room. It's Moffitt. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
The defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Davis will throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something now. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Gonna take a shot. He caught it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Might be changing the route. Davis looking to pass. Release to the back. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag is falling in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Quarterback empties his backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Back down, but they'll move the sticks for him 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Making side adjustments here. Davis will throw. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Morton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. You know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first.
Brings him to the open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Davis looking to pass. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will give them the lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback brought up through and sacked at the 12. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things, and with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Back to pass on second down. Here's a hit. As he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. He's loose. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama has just had no answer to this hellacious beatdown they're taking today. I mean, when's the last time this happened to this program?
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Power football with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Davis will throw. Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third.
This defense was ready for goals. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you checked out their numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Winston. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Winston. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires on the move. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Snap it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The lone back's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Davis looking to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes.
game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking, is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
Ball down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Buckeyes will go for it here on fourth down. On the move. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
It's not always easy. It's not always easy to call a basic play on fourth down. It is when you convert. I've called this play so many times, had so much success. This was a day one install in fall camp. Nice, successful run on fourth down.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6.
Here we go.
Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got some room to run. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.